Hello and welcome back. This is Thursday and I'm continuing playing the Pillars of Eternity. This music that plays right now, it somehow always brings thought about Lord of the Rings and especially Shire areas and whatnot. I don't know how. Anyways, last episode we scoured through the endless paths. Not completely, we only managed to get to the level 8 and the bloody vampires game. Honestly, we could probably go a little bit further and a little bit further, but I think horse is an order. Although we take Kana to level 7 soonish. But my plan now, thanks for my friend again. If you remember, there's a little building over here where there's a locked door we never could enter. And totally slipped off my mind when we were talking about the game. Then it reminded me about a quest that I haven't taken. We got it from the Brackenbury, but more that once we get there. Then my plan is to. I don't think that's a too long quest, but we will see. And then after that, we probably go to the wooden plains. From there, we trek towards Dyrford Village and see what we can find from there. Again, like I said, I'm gonna put my main quest on hold. So if we do this by accident, which is a possibility, then definitely we are not informing Lady Webb, because that's also a part of the main quest. But we'll try to do everything else and probably start to go to the White March. But before anything of that, you know, we have level ups to do. By the way, what's here? Hireling payday, log. Okay, anything else? Prestiges. Oh, right, that's the message we never took up. So that's okay. We are not gonna take it anyways, just yet. So 25 hours, woodland trails. Okay. Anyways, I'll start with the level ups. And once I'm done with the character, I'll show it to you guys. I'll probably have to level up Kana too. Well, I have to. And after I've done level ups, I sleep, sell stuff, do all those boring things, and then we go to the Brackenbury Copper Lane. But anyways, let's start with the level ups. So we're back. Well, overall the level up was quite easy. I bought 1 point lore. That pretty much took all my points. Then this was a bit different. There was another talent, marked target, that would give, if I remember correctly, for Paladin, once per encounter, you mark a one target, you get 20% damage and 15 points accuracy towards that target until it's dead. So that was quite tempting. But then I noticed a Righteous Soul. The Paladin's Pure Soul resists all invading forces, granting bonuses to defense against poison disease, as well as charm, dominated, frightened, and terrified effects. These effects also have their duration reduced by 5 seconds. So plus 15 with all of these. So I kind of don't want to be in a situation where my main character is not in my control. Well, at least try to mitigate that. We saw that with the vampires, it was quite annoying once the other characters started to be in control, and my character also. But mark target definitely was something I was tempted to take too, but I'll probably take that later, unless they open some other skills, talents. Oh, class unlocks, sorry. Because it starts to seem that there isn't, at the moment, there are not too many I kind of feel that I must have, except mark target. But we will see. Anywho, enough of me blabbering. Let's go with Aether. I guess these level ups should be quite easy. So, we're back. Again, somehow managed to click myself off the level up. But basically what I did, I bought 1 point in lore. And I think there's 1 or 2 points left. Then I decided as a class ability to take well, we have the weapon focus. Oh, wait. Weapon specialization, knight. Basically, it gives plus 15% damage, battle axe, sword, morning star, and crossbow. Because it mainly uses a sword, so maybe we someday find a decent morning star that we could use, and of course crossbow. But yes, 15% damage more is always nice, and he is using a sword and board, so there's that. Now, Pallegina. Hopefully this will be easy. Be right back. Yeah, I realize why it just happens that I managed to click myself out. When you choose stuff here, I totally forget it's always down here to the next part. And my mind always goes automatically here and press done. But with Pallegina, 1 point lore, and I did the same as for me. I was thinking mark target, but I decided to take Righteous Soul. So if I keep her all the time in my group and there's enemies that really causes charms and dominate and whatnot, then we could swap to Pallegina, so we would have two characters totally probably better to equip with that, handle that. But again, I don't know if I remove Pallegina at some point or not. We will see. But for now, yeah, we'll go with that. Then, of course, Aloth. It's always hard to choose what spells take, but we'll see. So be right back. Unless we don't get spells in this level. But we'll see. Well, this was surprisingly harder than I thought. Lore +1. That was easy. Call to slumber causes a group of enemies to momentarily fall asleep, falling unconscious for a short duration. Unconscious for 8.4 seconds, so that should be nice. Then Nina Gaut's Bitter Mooring. The target is hit with a stuck affliction and becomes an anchor for frigid ray of energy from the wizard that does freeze damage to creatures in its path. 21 to 30 freeze damage stuck for 4.2 seconds. Now this was the hardest. Finally, I have a spell I can fire per encounter. Chill Fog. Well, we've been using that quite a lot. Why this was so hard? Because the other one I was thinking, Slicken. Both are absolutely nice spells and something you could spam eternity. I had to actually go through the bestiary and see enemies and their weaknesses. Surprisingly, well, shadows and whatnot are hardy against freeze. But anyways, there's at least the blinded. So I've been using more Chill Fog, so I decided finally that Chill Fog it is. Slicken definitely is something you might want to also consider when you with a wizard, because obviously it fells people quite a lot. And this of course has a problem that it also hits your friends. Slicken not so much. Anywho, that's it. Durance, so be right back. Well, actually that was harder than I thought. I bought survival, saved points for mechanics for second level, apparently new spells, and spell mastery divine terror. Now this was quite hard to choose. Nothing really sticked out, and those that did kinda had little problems. I'll check one thing. I actually had to check these from the internet. So I was thinking first, blessing +5 accuracy and +10% damage, which sounds great, and I was almost going to take that. But as I said, I checked internet. Unfortunately, I did. That is, it won't stack with Paladin Zealous Focus, and my character has Zealous Focus, and it's already on. So that would have been quite a waste. And then I was thinking Armor of Fate, that gives you damage reduction and whatnot. But again, that apparently doesn't stack with Zelo's Endurance. And if I have Pallegina on my troop, we already have a Zelo's Endurance. So that really started to be a problem. What to pick? There was Halt that stops one enemy for, I can't remember how long. Tempting. But to be honest, I probably wouldn't use it anyways. Neither. Maybe this Prayer Against Fear, of course, started to seem more and more interesting. So I would get protection against fear or frightened. But I think there's again, thank you for the internet. I think there will be a better one on the priest level, spells level 2. I probably have to check those. So yeah, in the end, I went to Divine Terror. Hopefully, we can affect a few of enemies, and they would suffer from accuracy penalty and whatnot. It was actually harder than I thought. Sagani, please be easy. Okay, be right back. Okay, with Sagani, 1 point in survival, 1 point in stealth, and then I decided to take these binding roots. Conjure the roots from the ground underneath the target, causing them to become stuck. So maybe it's 5 per rest. That's actually not that bad, and hopefully it will get stuck for 34.5 seconds. So that could be good for, let's say, vampires or something like that. Anyways, I think we've done level ups for now, until I take Kana with me. Bloody hell. So let's go to level 7. And indeed, we are taking Kana. Dismiss you for now. Accept. And level 3, level 5. Which one would be faster? Level 8 and go up. Level 8 and go up. Definitely. Definitely level 8 and go up. Yeah. There's a reason why I don't show my thought processes when I'm actually doing the level ups, because it can take a little while, because I'll try to read and think what to take and still probably making horrible mistakes, and that can take a little while. So I don't want to have 20 minutes of me leveling up characters, or even more. Now it took a little bit more because honestly with the priest spells I just got stuck to reading what they do. It's good thing I noticed those stacking problems, because although it wouldn't be a major problem, it would still have been a bit annoying to have something you can't really use for anything. If I would, maybe we should go here, and probably it's there maybe where we need to take Kana, but I don't know. And I will level up Kana after this. Oh, by the way, let's go faster. I don't know why it wasn't. Well, it wasn't because we loaded in the game. Never played. I'm fairly certain it was level 7. I might be mistaken, though. It wouldn't be the first time. I'm fairly certain it... Yeah. Look there above the door, Officer Cabranos. We found it. Okay, so yeah, it's definitely this one. So it was the a study? Cabranos' work must be... I'm sorry, friend, but it's already destroyed. Well, hello there. Here, somewhere. Oh, no. Skeletal wizard. Well, that's great. Honestly, let's see what the Divine Terror does on you. I didn't realize we are going to fight. You have that. I don't think it worked. Because basically my guys are blocking it. Anyways, let's just kill it. It's only a skeletal wizard, after all.
This was Gabranos. This was the great scholar I was looking for.
Disappointed? You said he controlled elements. Looks like this is what he used that for. What was left of him? I'm sure he had more flesh on him in life. Some scholar, he was a madman. Seems like it. But why? He traveled everywhere. I found traces of his work on 2 separate continents, and he ends his days here doing this. Was this the source of all that knowledge? Those experiments out there, the bodies. He was some one man. That doesn't mean you were wrong about the rest of it. Knowledge takes sacrifice. Their knowledge didn't save them. This place is ruined. Nothing worth this much death. Well, knowledge takes sacrifice. But this much? Perhaps there was some sense in it. Something I missed. All we see is the result. There must be some explanation. Let's find the tablet. Again, it's broken, mate. But anyways, do you have a... No, you don't have anything worthwhile. Of course, we take these. So there's the tablet. We already saw that.
This can't be it. But the symbols... No. I was so close.
But yet so far. And in the end, it doesn't even matter.
Look, you can see there's his name. And these symbols. Virtue... Gods, the rest is too worn away. There must be something, a verse, even a word. Be like unto the waves, be wrathful as the sea, anything.
There are no simple answers, Connor.
Is there really nothing? Not even to explain this?
Connor looks about the room, his shoulders slumped. He bends over the shattered fragments, pulling the largest of them together, removing a rolled piece of paper and stick of charcoal from his pockets. He sits about forlornly, making a few rubbings. Well, that was a waste of time. Maybe you can salvage some part of it. Isn't it enough that you found it? What is there to explain? You saw yourself what they did here. Is there a sadder thing than a morose historian? Let's go with the isn't it enough that you found it. What? This shattered mess? I might as well bring back an empty piece of parchment. Kenna sighs and sets down his charcoal. He gazes down at the fragments. But it existed once. It was here, whole. He runs his fingers over the stone. Maybe you're right. The tablet was here, and you still have the phrase you found in Ixamiddle. You were right. Tell that to the lore college. Okay. But think of what we've learned. We are the first people in 2,000 years to descend this far. Whatever was on the tablet, your people made the Tanvi or Atoa their own. What Cabramos thought about it doesn't matter. That is also true. The Engvitans clearly destroyed themselves. You should leave their words in the past. Now you can stop digging around for dead Engvitans. Let's go. A little mystery is the spice of life. We got an adventure out of it. Let's go with your people made the Tanvi Orato their own. Kind of frowns a little, his brows furrowing in thought. That is true enough. There were already differences in phrasing, and much of the chant has changed even the past centuries. Better for us to go our own way than follow Cabrano's example. That's the spirit! You make your own mistakes. But that does little to ease our conflicts. Kinda gets back to his feet. I'll be glad to be out of this place, I think. I could use some air. Yeah, it's pretty foul down here. So, that's it. I'll level up Anna, and I'll be right back. So for level 8, lore +1, then I decided to take Rejoice My Comrades 2 Fingers of Daylight. The chanter creates 2 bouncing beams of pure light that restore endurance and grant immunity to frightened and terrified on all allies struck by them, but it needs 4 phrases to chant it. And for talents, I went Apprentice's Sneak Attack, allows a character to imitate a brutal opportunistic strikes of a rogue sneak attack, taking advantage of so basically +15 to melee, +15% to melee damage and +15% to range damage. Maybe with that, yeah. Oh, another level. Be right back. So again, 1 point in lore. Then this seemed interesting. the Dragon Whale generates a hazard field causing burn and slash damage to enemies in the area of effect. Seems interesting. Don't know if it's good. Again, let's see. Is it a... Yeah, that's a... Maybe can I change these? Yes. I don't know, maybe I should really check more of these. But again, I'm not using Kana for now at least. Once if I use it, I'll have to check better chance. Anyways, that is for leveling up and whatnot. So once we get back, I'm gonna change back to Sagani. But that was actually Kana's personal quest. So next time we will be in Defiance Bay, and I have slept, sold everything, and then we continue with the main quests. Not main quests. So yeah, that took a little while, but for now we're done with the endless path. So I'll be right back. Here we are at the Brackenbury, and yes, we got construction, woodland trails construction, and yeah, there's a security rabbit that Dominal thugs will attack the stronghold in 6 days. I actually took care of it. It was quite boring. It was absolutely similar to the first one. So basically we were fighting in the throne room and they died. It wasn't that interesting, and unfortunately you can't even collect the loot from them. So there's that. Crucible Knight, sure, we hire you. Golden, yeah, we hire you too. And now, what I'm going to build next? Merchant stall. That could work. Chapel. Let's go with the botanical garden. Basically, it will random plant every turn in the stronghold treasury, but that's okay. Everything I sold, I think I got around 4,000 coppers. Just basic trash, nothing interesting. Yeah, those stronghold attacks. Oh, I need to get some camping supplies. Well, we will probably go close by some shops, so I might do that. Those stronghold attacks, I never used that outer, so I probably should. As I understand, it will probably damage my buildings and cost more. So the problem is, the character who gives us the quest is Curran. We already talked to him, but we weren't doing stuff for Lady Web at the time, so he didn't talk about the quest. So I thought, well, okay, that's it.
Hail, traveler.
It looks though you could use some help. So many secrets and trails in the city, you have to but turn corner to find a fresh trace of something stolen or someone missing. Unfortunately, we haven't the time to investigate them all. I'm supposed to be working the other matters, but my mind is still lingers on a few recent cases. Curse of a cipher to be ruled by the whims of curiosity. So I'm fairly certain we couldn't activate this last time because we weren't working with the Lady Web. So tell me about those cases. 1 case or 3, depending on how you look at it. 3 weeks and a disappearance at the end of each. Some might call it coincidence, I call it a clue. Lady Web knows you, trusts you, so I shall trust you too, so long as our interests are aligned. Yeah, that's the problem. I'll look into it. Where should I start? Sagani bounces on the balls of her feet, just like one of those Valian whodunits. Read a few of those on the road, helps pass the time. Copperlane, Onrescaped and Brackenbury, of course, to talk to the ones who reported the disappearance, the only ones who know enough to care. Laura, Ollie and Elgar. Who's missing? 2 men, 1 woman. Lendry, Kendall and Cora. What about Lendry? Best to ask Ollie, she Seems they drank together at the Salty Mast in Audrey's gift. Also seems that no one else knew him well enough to miss him. Like you, he is quite soul. Prying his son loose may require effort or drink. And Kendall? Reported missing by Elka, a dwarf who carried traces of... Closes his eyes and sniffs the ears. Fine wine and young dandies. Plenty of time and money to spend on her pleasures. Try Brackenbury. And Cora? Sister of Laura. That rhymes, Cora and Laura. Yeah. One of the merchants in the Copper Lane Bazaar. Not the kind of person who would just disappear, it seems. And any leads? Not yet. No obvious connection between the victims, which is what makes me wonder so. Be animancy related. Researchers always need subjects, the less scrupulous types in particular. Seems too risky for sanitarium, but one never knows. I wouldn't put it past them. And talk first to the people who reported our victims missing. Mayhap you will catch something I missed. Okay, thanks. We'll do that. Yeah, problem is I apparently talk in the wrong order. Good thing I talk about that house with my friend because we definitely would have missed that quest. Which is kind of annoying. I try to do as much as I can. Basically, I try to do everything I can. So this will be a long gameplay, as you may have noticed already. It's a long game anyways. Well, I have heard that people have played this around 30 hours, 35 hours. Again, Skarin.
Well met, friend.
Show me a menu. Did you sell any? Yes, camping supplies. I buy all of them with high price. Wait, is this the place where the one of the characters should be? The final act. Is this connected to the other, perhaps? Karen and Dunrid Road, Sci-Fi. Okay, so 3 contacts. Olive frequents Protaliandra's gift. Laura is merchant in Copper Lane. Elga spends her time in Brackenbury. Oh, it's just Brackenbury. I somehow thought it would be here. I was totally wrong then. So we need to go around this area with highlights on and see where the bloody bastard might be. No. Okay, where the hell are you? Elga! Oh, there you are!
Good day to you.
This dwarven woman is dressed and perfumed like a member of the nobility, but her sun-reddened skin and sweat-stained outfit suggest that she's been out here for quite some time. Afraid I don't have time just now. Well, sound like that. I don't know. I'm investigating Kendall's disappearance. That little Orlan finally got serious about this case, eh? I'm looking into the disappearance for him. Drop the attitude if you want my help, lady. Drop the attitude if you want my help, lady. She bites her lip before she can retort, reddening further. Fine, fine, sorry, I just... Anyway, I'll tell you whatever I can. What do you need to know? About Kendall? What's to tell? He was a pretty young lad. Not the brightest of the bunch, but always pleasant company. How do you know him? We met up from time to time over the past few months. It was just a fling, really. Wasn't going to last. He was a little fool, but a sweet little fool. So what was he doing before disappearance? The worst blazing rendition of the general's speech from the Widow of the Wood that I ever heard. I loved that fellow, but he was tragic failure. Yet somehow he managed to get in with the acting troupe. Anyways. When and where did you last speak to Kendall? A week ago, he came back to my house for a bit of fun. Afterwards, well, fell asleep, and when I woke up, he was gone. No note, nothing. Had you noticed anything different about Kendall lately? He'd started hanging out with a bunch of actors. Oh, bloody hell, actors. Yeah. Seemed alright except for that woman. That woman with her long, willowy legs and slender arms always came around wearing that low-cut dresses and impossible shoes. And her name? I don't know, I never cared to learn. I didn't realize it might be important. If you think any more, you know where I'll be. Well, I know. So, tragedy in 3 acts, yes. Here we are. Undress gift. We'll see you then. Be right back. Here we are at the Salty Mast. Who are we looking from here? Ollie. Ah, there you are. The man is at the table by himself, but he constantly glances at the opposite bench as if waiting for someone. He reeks of alcohol and he moves with the torpor of someone who's gotten used to spending most of his time drunk. This table is taken, find another. He spreads his elbows on the wood and pulls his drink between them. I've got questions about Lendry. His face twitches in the confused car. What's it to you? Let's continue with the part I chose. Grab Ollie by the collar. I need answers, so you better sober up fast. Whoa, 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 calm down. He tries to push you away, but his movements are sluggish and imprecise. Just don't hold me like that, makes the room spin. So, what was it you were wanting with Lendry? Tell me about him. He spends most of his time here drinking with me. Tells you enough, doesn't it? He didn't volunteer details and I didn't ask, but he had a working man's hands and working man's taste for drink. Then, when and where did you last see Lendry? Right here, getting drinks with me. Just like we have every night for the last 5 years. I couldn't actually tell you much about him, and I think he preferred it that way. It's probably why we got so well. Plenty of things we didn't talk about. Anyway, I remember that night because he said things were finally turning around. He was going to find a steady job, clean up, have another crack at a respectable life. I told him in that case he could buy the drinks. That's when he showed up. That's when she showed up. And the woman you're talking about? A real fancy lady, name's Lumdala. I don't remember much of these days, but I remember her. Usually you have to pay a month's copper to spend time with a woman like that, but Lumdala, she was falling all over Lendry that night, left with him too. Where did Lendry and Lumdala go? She said they were going to see some Freely performance. If you ask me, they had their own plans to perform that night. She just said they had to pick something up at her house in Copper Lane first. Some cozy little place by the northern gate. Even drunk like me knows what that means. Yeah, so that was the place we were earlier. I was wondering what happens there. For what it's worth, she said she earns her coin over at the amphitheater in Copper Lane. That's where she said they were going to see their show. Maybe someone there saw him. That's all I need for now. Right, let me know if you find him, yeah? Because that bastard owes me a round if he's found the good life. Somehow I doubt... Well, he found something, but probably not a good life. So what is the next place? I think it's the Copper Lane. We will go and see Laura first before we do anything else. So, once we're closer to Laura, we will see you there. So, be right back. Oh, I was actually going... I'm going right now. I was actually checking around this area. Is there anything else to see? So, I haven't missed anything because there's the club upstairs. So, I noticed there's an older drunkard and... Wait. Can I not talk to you anymore? Let's quick load. I think I have a save, so we can quick load. I didn't realize it would not let me talk to him anymore, so let's start again.
Good day to you.
Older drunkard, his robes are torn and stained with vomit. He turns his eyeless face toward you, wiping his mouth. Come for a story? His speech slurred in a voice ragged. I told all the best stories. He slapped his chest. It's my club, anyway. What club? The club of refined and prestigious gentlemen. He brought your shoulder. Wait, you don't know about the club, you must be. He heaves, catching at his chest. After several precarious seconds, he recovered. Where was I? Oh, you must be here for the ring. The ring! He shows it into your hand. I have to have that to get into the lounge. They don't let just anyone in, you know. He wipes hand on his shredded robe. It's the most exclusive club in Defiance Bay. Slaps you on the back. And whatever you do, don't tell them you're a new orc. He turns away, overcome by a fit of dry heaving. Okay, so bloody hell! Good thing I checked.
Gather your party before venturing.
Good thing I checked around again. It just occurred to my mind that there's the club, but
Right.
I was checking if anyone has something to say about it. Do I need it on my head? Nice ring. You may enter. Thank you, good sir. What do we have here? Jason and Vincent Vellier. Club of Refined and Prestigious Gentlemen guest book. The names scrawled in the guest books and pages of the thick tome. Okay, we don't need that. Jason, your first time at the club for Refined and Prestigious Gentlemen, sir. I guess it is. Okay, you're not. Vincent Vellier. So you're a member, I see. Are you here for an exclusive club equipment? Oh, you're a shop. Show me your stock. I've been collecting the finest equipment for over a decade. I guarantee you won't find superior collection. Hopefully something I can actually buy. Spectacular Spetum. Poleaxe, I don't need that. The Temaperacle. Unique great sword, two-handed. Well, it does corrode damage, but yeah, I think mine is a bit better. Again, value is higher too. Great remorse. Now that's interesting because that's finally a morning star we could buy. And we probably buy. Let's put that in there. Crooked bee bow. Unique hunting bow. Oh, bloody hell, it's a hunting. Where the hell would I get a war bow? Sword of Dionysus. Almost Dionysus. Nothing too interesting, but not bad either. Citra Akara. Unique pistol. I'll have to see if I kind of think that one of the coming characters could use pistols, maybe. What the? Scupudakus Evil Black Arquebus. Honestly, I think Durance need a new weapon. He has just a basic arquebus, so we could get that. The Maverick is a pistol again. We'll have to see. Gilt Blade of Lawn. Great, two sword-handed. Okay. Pretty basic. Looks nice, but that's it. Dargozzi Paladini Longsword of Inclane. Sword, one-handed. Now that is tempting. How does it compare to yours? Little less damage. Well, obviously, these are something I don't count that important, but plus then accuracy granted to ally attacking the same target. It has more accuracy, more damage, but that is just because it's exceptional. We can upgrade this to exceptional too. It looks nice though, but I don't think I will buy that. Hava's hammer. And that's a unique war hammer. We could check how it compares to mine. If I could... I can't really see. Accuracy plus with deflection 14 to 21. Exceptional. We'll have to check that later. Hanover's first Fist of Dodm. Mace. I don't think anyone's using mace at the moment. Lysandra's blade. Sword, one-handed. No, not for that. How's the basic damage? Again, nothing too interesting. Pike-Shore Rod. Semper's Faithful Dagger. Silver Crow Axe, Sword of Bree. The Vile Loner's Lance. I don't use spears. Dreeves Conqueror's Spear. Again, no spears for me. Cloak of the Theocrat. Don Barco's Codpiece of Vigor. Okay. +2 Constitution. Well, that is for Vigor, indeed. Azalin's Helmet. +1 plus 0.1 to critical damage multiplier. Yeah, honestly, bonus is bonus, and usually you don't have anything interesting on head. Vargas Hat of Leadership. +1 Resolve. Yeah. I'm not gonna pay these prices, maybe. At least not yet. Bradford's Spear of Lusciousness. +10 defense against spells. Didn't I have something similar already? Willowstone of Daenerys. +15 max endurance. I don't know, that's not... We really need a longbow. A warbow, I mean. Wait, what is this? Oh, this is the... Yeah. Bloody hell, why it's always hunting bow? But yeah, we'll buy those. Now that means... What was the... Yes, Shatterstar. Let's put that on hand and see if it... I'm fairly certain it's not that great altogether. Less damage and nothing exceptional, of course. Well, it's exceptional, but we can make this exceptional too. So, no. Nothing there. Now, you can finally have a proper... No. What the hell I'm doing? I don't know. Yeah, that looks nice. You finally have 70 accuracy. Quite a nice damage. So indeed. Gaunt share. You were using flails, maybe? You could use flails, but maybe. But we'll put that in inventory as we put that to Durance. Finally, you get a better rifle, because honestly, that's got to be better. Yeah, at least we got more, little bit more damage. Wait, what's interesting in this? Well, it's fine. Okay. It's at least a bit better. Nothing too interesting, but at least a bit better. So, that's it for shopping. Bloody hell. Okay, finally. Now, we will see once I'm back in the Copper Lane. So, be right back. Here we are. I totally forgot that there's actually Borisine in Ignorance Arms and Armor. Well, I kind of remember it, but I didn't remember what it does. 20% of damage restored as endurance. Attacks can stun on crits. I don't know how good crits Sagani will get, but honestly, I haven't seen any other warbow at the moment, so we lose a little bit of damage, but nothing too severe. So yeah, I think I will buy it. So we will be spending quite a lot of money. That's okay. Now, do I need this? Oh. Well, to be honest, I probably want to save. Yeah, it's 20% grace is converted to hits. 25% damage inflicted over time. So yeah, depending if we put somebody else as a hunting bow category. So yeah, let's go with that. So finally you get a little bit interesting bow. The problem is we definitely need to have her cross damage. Muscle hunting bow does that when ranged. What was the weapons class you had? Adventurer. Oh right, flail. You can use flail. If we want you to close encounters. And we do have now a few flails. Well, actually one. There. Count share. Maybe. I'll have to think about how I sort this out, but yeah, I'll keep that. Anyhow, let's continue with the main thing, what we are supposed to do here, and talk to Laura.
Hail and well met.
I'm looking into some disappearances. I hear that your sister's gone missing. I didn't think anyone would help me. Well, you're in luck. I had time. When Cora disappeared, I tried Dunrit Row, the Crucible Knights, even the dozens here. No one had the time to look for a missing girl then. That was 3 weeks ago. If there is anything I can tell you that will help, just ask. Well, tell me about her. She's my younger sister, always had a head full of dreams. She was convinced there was something special waiting for her. I bet there was. That she'd be remembered and happy and important. She got plenty of heart, but not the commitment to match. Still, when she got that theater job, I thought she was about to turn around. What was Cora doing around the time she disappeared? She just gotten into this acting troupe called you know this? Concentrate. The Revel of Stars. That's it. Stars. That's it. She was pretty inexperienced. I think that's why she was so excited to get a role. I'm afraid I don't know anything else about it. When and where did you last see your sister? She was at our house getting ready for her big performance. That was 3 weeks ago. Did you see Cora with anyone when she disappeared? She is very sociable. She has always enjoyed crowds. I'm afraid I can't narrow it down beyond that. Thanks. That's all I need to know. You don't know how much this means to me, just to know that someone's actually looking for her. Anything else I can do for you? Show me your wares. Oh, right, no, I don't have the money.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let's see the troop. You already talked to them earlier, but then there was nothing to talk about. Now we do. Well, Lumdala, hello.
Good day to you.
I really should spend this time getting into character. Yes, indeed. I was wondering if a woman named Cora was part of your group. I'm looking for Kendall. Apparently he joined your group. No experienced terrible actors are familiar. Ollie said his friend Lendre was last seen with you. Lumdala lets out a big laugh. That drunken kid. Men flatter themselves when it comes to the attentions of a beautiful woman. The pallid knight herself could waltz into the bar and he'd believe she was there to sit on his lap and listen to bawdy stories. That reminds me, have you heard the one about the fisherwoman and the long-finned ice sucker? Perhaps I should tell it another time. Oh, please, Sakani. I'm just analyzing the facts. And the facts are that one of us stinks of cheap ale and desperation, while the other has a long and illustrious career. Consider well which is more credible source. That's not how it works, you know. I gonna her sort. I to be trusted. Nope. I suppose I can spare a moment for a fan. I'm looking for Kendall. Apparently, he joined your group. No experience, terrible actor. Sound familiar? I'm not sure who this Kendall is or why you would malign our talent, but rest assured that we have a process for evoking a satisfying performance from even the most inexperienced players. Oh, I was wondering if a woman named Cora was part of your group. I can't say I recognize the name. That's odd. Her sister said she was part of the Revel of Stars. Maybe, but what should I know about it? My work requires great focus and attention. I don't have time to coach every young amateur who joins our troupe for a week. Surely there's someone else you can ask about all this. I'm a humble actor. You are connected to 3 recent disappearances that you claim to know nothing about. Then what else do you expect me to say on the subject? If you'll excuse me, I have the performance to attend to. Cadal, the young man, steps up next to you, his gaze fixed on the other actors, his voice low. Meet me in the Lumdala's house. I know what's going on. He claps his hands and whistles at the other actors. Well done indeed. That sounds like a trap, but of course we're gonna do that, because that's what we always do. Go to a trap and kill everybody. So, honestly, I thought I would be done with everything at this point, but there's always detours, you know? And I do need better weapons to people also. Oh, wait a minute. So, let's enter and see what kind of a trap we have here. Let's go sneaking, just in case. A young man appears before you, trembling and excited. I saw you with Lumdala by the amphitheater. Look, I don't know what your business with her is, but I want out of this mess. I just came to grab my things. Just let me leave, all right? You'd better talk fast. Okay, we don't have much time before Lumdala finds us anyway. Carol reaches slowly into satchel and produces a small key. This opens the door behind you. There's a passage in there leading down to the other shadows. It's easier if you see it for yourself. He licks his lips. Since I've helped you, I want your promise that you'll leave my name out of this. Sagani looks Carol in disgust. Follow vultures and you're sure to find a carrion. Just leave. All I care about is preventing another disappearance. What you did before is irrelevant to me. I won't mention it. Promise. I'll go with the deceptive. Thank you, and good luck. When things were going fine, you never complained, but suddenly when things took a dark turn, you were with them. Anywho. So what the hell we have here? Hopefully no traps. First things first. Well, at the moment I kinda need everything I can clear down. Wait, what is...
I can do that.
I hope you can.
That's settled.
We've been training you quite a lot. Although you're not the best one, but you should be decent, yes. Nestled between the tin helms and breastplates are a handful of daggers that feel too sharp to be props. Okay. Let's go and see this another... Oh, it's in catacombs. Oh, it's got to be some kind of an area where... Well, it's an area where we couldn't be earlier. Oh. Okay. We are spotted by the ghost. I'll make a proper save just in case. What do we have there? Money and bow. Scarf. A simple silken scarf is crumbled on the filthy flagstones. Essence radiates from it like heat, and the closer you get to it, the more you feel confusing mixture of joy, surprise, and pain. Let's pick up the scarf. You hold the scarf and focus on it, and the world around you shifts. Something about you shifts too. The smooth fabric is still in your hands, but you're in a small yet cozy house, and Laura is looking from the scarf back to you, asking if you like it. She's smiling because the answer is written on your face. That was 4 years ago, but you still wear the scarf on days like today. After all, you wore it the first day you met the actress with the silvered eyes, so who's to say it won't bring you luck again tonight? It's nestled around your throat, soft and warm and comforting. You're halfway through the third act and you can feel the audience's eyes on you, hungry and attentive. You were nervous at first when that woman brought you down here. You wondered what kind of a show you signed up for. And this has gone better than you could have hoped. You reach the end of your monologue and the scarf tightens around your neck. It chokes the final line from your throat, which is embarrassing because your debut was going so well. But when you try to pull the scarf away, it only tightens further. You're confused and you look to the audience, expecting someone to rush to your rescue. Then you see their eyes and that hungry, attentive look, and you understand. The stage fades to black. The scarf falls from your hands and flutters to the ground, but Cora's soul lingers, stuck between the familiar token and question. It wants to know, but it wants to retreat. What happened to you is a tragedy and injustice. Your life was brief but happy. You experienced true fulfillment before you died, which is more than most can say. Clinging to an empty dream will only bring you pain. You have to find your way to move on. What did you expect? Even your sister knew you were a terrible actress. Let's go with the rational for this time. The soul is still for several seconds before fading back into the fabric of the scarf. Lumdana. Silver dice glowing in the darkness. Well, if it's our friend from Dunrid Road. And let's go with accuracy. This ends up fighting anyway, so why not? Why not? Lumdala, actor. You go there. Our dog is there, that's kind of weird. Okay, so you are Eder, you go there. Palagina, if you can, go there.
Yes?
Maybe like so, hopefully that works. Well, we have to wait a little bit. That should work there. You could shoot that actor over there and dog. Kill that. Dog is doing a nice job over there, so we don't need to worry about that. Wait, where are you? It's sometimes so hard to see. Oh, Durance, you're right over there. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, dog keeps killing people, which is good. Lumdala.
Let's.
Oh, right. He was on our side for a little while, so that that explained a few things. I totally forget because Alots dominate. That is actually very nice. Ring of Protection. I'll have to see who will maybe use it. Maybe not from these guys. Rest. Nothing too interesting. The final act, we go Granite Hatred House, Brackenbury. I discovered the missing people were murdered by Lumdala during special performances held in the Hidden Theatre in the catacombs beneath Brackenbury. I slew Lumdala. She won't be holding any more special performances for her clients. Now, before we do this, I'll go back to Laura. Once I'm there, we'll continue from there, and I see if I can tell her what happened to her sister. If that works, then I'll probably go to the other people too. But first things first, I'll make a quick save, and once I'm back, we see you with Laura. So, here are back. Indeed, we can tell the news to Laura. I have news about your sister, Cora's dead. I don't know what to say. I tried to keep my hopes up, but I think part of me already knew. That doesn't make this any easier, though. I can't help to think that if someone had looked for her sooner when I first asked for help, maybe she'd be here. Darkness, passionate, stoic, irrational. We've caught those responsible and prevented this from happening to others. That's what matters now. Nothing could have been done. Don't torture yourself with what ifs. Yeah, I think even if she would be in search right away, she was already dead. Yes, you're right. I suppose I'll have to make arrangements. Thank you for finding her. Okay, so that means I will go through the Salty Mast and well, Brackenbury. So once I'm Salty Mast with the Drunker, I'll see you there. Be right back. Here we are. Let's see if we can tell Ollie the news. Yes, we can. Lindri is dead. Well, if that don't just... I told that clod to enjoy the simple life. He got high-minded ideas. Couldn't stop thinking about how things might be different. Look, thanks for telling me, I guess. I'm going to need a few more of these. Bloody hell, these are both benevolent. Trying to change your stars is futile. It's best to enjoy what you have while you can. Well, I would see that more negative, but yeah, it could be stoic. Great idea. We can see how well that worked out for Lendry. Good luck. I'll drink to that. I would have maybe given him the money, but I don't think benevolence. Nice dance move. So, back to Brackenbury, where we tell the third one the news and then see the quest giver. So be right back. Here we are, so... Elgar.
Well met, friend.
Still yourself, Elgar. He's dead. I see. Pity, anger, sadness flicker across her face almost too quickly to distinguish. I knew that woman was trouble. She seems lost in thought for several seconds. Say nothing. Finally, she turns back to you. I appreciate you coming to tell me. I think I need some time to myself right now. Okay, good. So, let's return the quest and probably finally get to a new area. Honestly, I don't know how it took... Well, I know. I'm easily deviated, buying stuff, getting stuff, checking stuff.
Hail and well met.
I found the missing people. Well, what's left of them. Yes, you've been all over Defiance Bay since the last we spoke. What did you find? They were all murdered. A woman named Lumdala killed them as a part of her performances. Something big. I knew it. I'll send my men after her right away. It is too late for that. She confronted me before I could get to you, and I killed her. Indeed. I can't say I'm terribly sorry. You be a resourceful investigator, and your shrewdness has helped resolve a most troublesome case and saved many lives, I'm sure. There's something else. Lumdala had an associate named Kadal. Indeed. Then I shall see that he is brought to justice. Thank you again. I'll be on my way. Payment. About my payment? Of course, you're certainly saved us a lot of work. Here, take this. Finding those people wasn't easy, surely my help was worth more than that. I'm authorized to give you a little more. Without your help, this would have sat on the books for a very long time. 4,000, I'll take that. Reputation be damned. Oh. We lost taxes, bastards. Found and buried added. Quest expires 3 days. Taxes collected 406. Lost to bandits earned 379. Well, at least we earned something. 15% experience binding rope. 150 to 300 copper in treasure. Minor item. So, Kala, you can go there. Now. I think I need to sleep. I have taken a little damage. So, finally. Again, I'm sorry it took a little longer than I anticipated. I already hoped that we would be way, way further away. But it is what it is. So, now, I'll go sleep. Then, once we continue, I'll be in the east side of the wooden plains and we start to going this way. And see what we can find. Dyrford Village is one of the main things. Maybe there's another place here. It would seem like there could be. Yes. Anyways, it's either Dyrford Village or something in between. I don't know. We'll see. So, I'll be right back. Finally, back at the wilds. Let's see where this road leads. Stormwall Gorge. So yeah, there definitely was a part before we get to Dyrford. And that's going to be a route towards Heartsong, Elm's Ridge and whatnot. 2 hours, only about 2 hours. Nice. So, we have a new map to discover. And of course it's raining. How huge this... Well! I'm guessing this will be the end of the episode that we are doing now. Maybe. We'll see. Where the hell that deer came from? So...
Hi?
Okay. Nope. Oh, okay, so it might not be as huge as I thought, at least from the start. What is this? The starlight illuminates pattern in the ground. You kneel to get a better look. Well, let's get a better look. The stone here has been carved with a few simple shapes. A small circular indentation marks the center and the much larger circle surrounds it. You see that what appears to be writing about 2 circles. Examine the writing. The curving, twisting runes are strangely familiar to you. You recognize them as ancient Engvitan. They read, "All things end, only to continue anew. Enter now at dusk, that we may all experience a new dawn." Look at the circular indentation. The indentation is shallow and smooth. It looks like it was intended to hold something specific. Something specific we are missing. Examine the outer circle. Several shapes have been carved along the outer ring, though most of have been worn away. You can make out a crescent about the center. So I guess we stick something in there because the writing says enter now at dusk. So I guess we stick something in there, and if it's not dusk, we wait a while. We don't have anything, so I don't think we can do anything about it just yet.
See now what the flame has shown us?
Thanks for that. Money. Oh, there's water there, so that makes sense. We can't just go there yet. Awfully quiet. Who are you? Aha. Another companion, yes. Chewing a piece of uncooked meat, a small Orlan dressed in tattered letters offers a mumbled greeting and waves his hand. Despite his pleasant smile, the upper right portion of his face is in a sorry state. An eye patch switched with a stylized eyeball wraps around... Stitched with a stylized eyeball wraps around his head. And his ear is mangled remnant that twitches and spasms while the other ear perks up at your approach. Next to him is the splayed carcass of a deer that appears ripped open by a bear or wolf. You hear a gurgling rumble next to you. Sagani places her hand on her stomach. Her eyes are on the carcass. Still fresh? Itomak's pink tongue lolls out of his mouth.
If this is your deer, you need a new game warden. Name's Heravius. Hungry? I can't eat all this. First catch of the day, help yourself.
What killed the deer?
One ornery Stelgar. Though looking at the deer's insides, it had a malformed but delicious heart, and would have been dead within the year regardless. Gallowayne chose a fitting end for this fine animal. Pardon me, I shouldn't pray with my mouth full.
So what brings you here?
Other than the delicious venison, new trees to document, new animals to sketch, new sights to be seen. I've learned as much as I can from the druids of my circle. I'd rather wander and learn than take root and stagnate. So if you're traveling the Deerwood and need another set of hands, I'd welcome the safety of a group.
Why so eager to join me?
I'm a stranger around these parts, and I've had enough of solo travel for the time being. But it was just an offer, friend. If you have no need of an experienced druid, so be it.
Consider your offer accepted.
Splendid! It'll be an honor to run with a pack for a change.
Okay, so what are we doing with you? What the hell are we doing with you? Who I will drop for now? I'll drop Palagina for now.
Gores.
Because we need to level up and I kind of want to see what kind of a character he is. So, you know what this means. We have a few level ups to do. Quite a few actually. So, let's get to it. And I will see you shortly. Okay. First level, athletics, survival. And then I took a talent, a wild strike, which... The druid knowledge of the forces of nature allows him to automatically inflict additional corrode damage when spirit shifted. So I decided it's corrode. So next level, we'll be back. Second level easier. 2 points stealth, 1 point athletics, and apparently I got class unlocks different druid spells. Level 4, be right back. So... Level 4, Stealth 1, Survival 1, no class unlocks, and I decided to take a utility talent, increases corrode damage and damage reduction. So, Spirit Shifted, he should be doing more corrode damage. But I'll have to think about what weapons this guy could use. The question is, do I carry him with me? That is also the other question, because I don't know about, like Chanders, I don't really know about druids, but we will see. So, we are continuing leveling up. That was fast. Lore +1, survival +1, and more druid spells. Next level, 6th. We'll be right back. I was thinking to take an offensive talent, but I'll go with the greater wild strike corrode. So, yeah, I started too early. Sorry. Athletics 1, lore 1, and greater wild strike corrode. So, even more corrode damage. What? Next level will be 7, so be right back. Again, fast, level 7. More druid spells. I have no idea what these do, but we will hopefully find out. Still a couple levels to go, be right back. So, more survival, I've been boosting that quite high. I think it's 7 or 8 now. I decided to go with weapon-focused noble. Dagger, rapier, mace, scepter, and rod. Basically, I'm thinking giving him at least rapier, and we do have a few nice maces. Of course, we could use scepter as a long range, but we will see. We will see. But yeah, I'll go with that for now. For the 6th companion, I have other plans, maybe. but I'll go with this. So what we still have few level ups to go. Maybe this is, I don't remember, maybe this is the last one or second to last one. But anyways, be right back. Okay, level 9 druid. Again, more survival. I think it's already 9. Then more druid spells and first spell mastery. I decided to go with Sunbeam. Calls down a shaft of intense sunlight, burning and potentially blinding those caught in the area of effect. Burn damage and blinded. I don't know. Hopefully it's good. Is this last level? I think it is, finally. So, Hiravias, you are a druid. Yes, you are. We take these off from you. You are using medium armor. Let's see, we do have... Measured restraint. Do we have any other... this is always the problem, isn't it? Scepter two-handed. I'll take that for now. I don't know if we use that or not. What else you could use? Maces. Do I have a special mace? We do. Don't we have anything else? Is that the only one? Only rapier we have at the moment. Well, we do have a stiletto, but we don't have other rapiers. Nope. So, armor, you need maybe medium armor. That's heavy armor. Light armor. This maybe? This could be something you could use. Yes. And let's put you stealthy boots. What is this? Restore light endurance plus 1 perception. Why not? Deflection 5. Well, deflection 5. Then we have final rites, mending. What are the holy radiance on unconscious? Encounter 50. Okay. Defense against spells. For now, I don't think I'll. I don't think I will put any of these. Well, we can't because we're using this cloak. So I'm just checking. So you have weapon focus noble, rapier, dagger, mace, scepter. Do we have a nice dagger? Sorry about this. I usually wouldn't do this on this. So, but why not? No, we have stiletto. I was thinking maybe give him a dagger, another weapon. We could give him a fine dagger, but let's hold that thought. So this. You'll get the rapier. You get the gloves. Here we go. Now the question is, this would work as a ranged, of course, with crush. But what does this do? Raven, unique mace, one-handed. Defense damage reduction bypass, plus 4 accuracy when attacking same target as an ally. That is not... Honestly, this is quite good. We probably want to use this. Do we want to have you a shield? And when I'm talking about shield, something small. Is this a small shield? Medium shield? Let's see how this works with him. So this would give us a... Accuracy drops a bit. 12 points. That's quite a lot. That's 16 points, okay. What about with this? Accuracy 76, 60. I'll probably still want to give these, just in case. $49. How much would you have? 44, 47, 38, or 84, 65. Yeah, because you're going to be quite front and center because you don't have a range weapon at the moment. So how do you work? What do you have? You have Spirit Shift Stelgar, 1 per encounter. There is an 18. We want to use that, obviously. Second Wind, Sunbeam. Then spells, I'll have to check those. This behavior emphasizes spirit shifting as soon as the druid is able to engage an enemy in melee. If arrest is enabled, the druid will use damage and crowd control spells, emphasizing lower level options. I'll probably put that on. Now, grouping. Aloth, you definitely are not going to be there. Maybe I do it so. Okay, that's interesting. Let's see how that works. I kind of want to keep it for at least a little bit on my group so we can see how it works, but
Quiet.
it might be that it's not a steady companion. Let's see what we can see. I'm thinking the last one will be... Last companion probably got the saber weapon. And I think it also can use pistols, because I think she will be one of the companions I will keep quite a lot. Maybe. We'll see. Then, of course, we have the White March companions. I think there's 3. One is a rogue, one is monk, if I remember correctly, and one should be barbarian. I try them, of course, and see how it goes. Elder Lion. Where? Oh, right over there. Okay. Couple of Elder Lions. No, you shouldn't be in group 1.
How may I help?
What?
Ready, Watcher.
2. Group 1. No?
What?
That's group 2. Come on, work. Group 1. There it is, yes, finally. Okay, there's quite a few of those. I'll attack that. You'll attack that.
Yes?
You could, you know, spam that already. You put fear on the Elder Lion.
Ready, Watcher.
You could, yeah, put Tanglefoot on that. Oh, bloody hell, there's one of those. Oh, let's see. I can't really see what's happening here. Durance is here, yes. Hiravius, what are you doing? It could actually change. I can't really see what's happening. It's annoying when you're fighting behind the trees. I have no idea what's going on, who's doing what. Somebody's... Hiravius is taking beating, but... I think we should be fine. Yeah, somebody died, but... I have no... Are you spirit shifted? Cat flurry, attack, 1 per rest, briefly accelerates the attack. Yes. Please. Let's hit him with this.
That's it! Ah!
So I guess
Dead on.
Again, like I said, it's quite hard to say what's happening here. Even the highlight won't show us really that much, so good thing we survived, I guess. Now, I guess we will meet more lions and whatnot maybe here. Maybe not. Quite empty. I'm fairly certain we get the last crew member. Feral Druid? Yeah, attack. And you get that going on here.
Ready, Watcher.
You can try this. I kind of want to just see how it goes. Yeah, lightning roots stuck for 51 seconds. That's nice. That's not nice. That is definitely not nice. It probably hits me too, but who cares? Now let's see. Now we can see how this works. You attack Feral Druid. Oh, bloody hell, I'm getting some electrocution here. Oh, there was one still alive there. Sorry.
Oh, that's going to leave a scar. Oh, that's going to leave a scar.
That worked. Fine hunting bow, fish, money and stuff. Okay. Yeah, I see that Hiravias is not that tough, which makes kind of sense. But so Scepter could work, but then why would you use the Spirit Shift? Because it's quite close by. But anyways, we'll make him work somewhat. Almost done. Wait. Vukra? Okay. Attack. Attack. Let's just attack and see how it goes. Where's my characters? You already spirit shifted. That's nice. We can spam this again there. Honestly, why not go with the terror? If it works, it works. If it doesn't work, well, it really doesn't cost anything. It actually works marvelously. What is this? Small earth blight. I don't really care about that. Oh. Yeah, the Bugra became a friendly.
Sure.
I would say that the best way to probably learn druids, wizards, priests is play by yourself, because for me at the moment is the problem that I should really check priest spells completely what they do. I should check druid spells completely what they do. Then of course wizard spells. Wizard is a bit familiar, but still. Then we have the chanters guilds, which really need something I would have to check. And then we will have another, well, wizard-like Cypher and her skills. So, so many things to learn and so many things to micromanage that Baldur's Gates and whatnot, they have spells and quite a lot of other stuff too. But if you're playing Dungeons and Dragons, that gives you at least some kind of a base for your knowledge. But for this, although there are similarities, did I check this? Similarities to Dungeons and Dragons, there are still different things to consider and different mechanics, so it's a bit harder. I'm fairly certain with the harder levels, and especially if you play only with one character, but harder levels, either way, you really should know a bit better how to use the spells and whatnot. Not just spam them like I do, without no care in the world, or not spamming them when I should be spamming them. Okay, we've checked this area. I don't think we can do anything with the Lorraine. Oh, I can go through here. And Dyrford Village. Finally, I'll take a quick break after we get there. Yes, quick break. Finally, we are here. We'll check around, and I'm fairly certain we find the last crew member from here, so we're back. So, let's see what we can see from here. Dyrford Village. We have Temple of Berath, Dyrford Mill, Dracogen Inn, Trigil Carrieri, Endinus Apothecary, Winfried's Arms and Armory, and Grieving Mother. That is our 6th. Remember? Oh, wait. Sorry, not 6th. What am I? Sorry. So basically we have last. That's what I was going to say. Anyways. Is that 8 then? Now. What are you guys doing here? Call it dwarf, call it woman. We're cooling our... Okay. Midriff. Who is that? Do I want to go there? I don't know. Well, we could go and check it. We need to go check these places anyway, so there's that. Right. Selby, Harbinger, Beardmar, or Gelby. Talk to Beardmar. No one trusts me with anything more than lighting candles. Okay. Do we want to talk to you? We kind of want to.
Out with you! I already told you what... I'm sorry. I thought you were one of those ruffians.
Ruffians, you say? These times we live in. Indeed, Ada, indeed.
How may I help you?
What happened to you?
I never saw their faces. Strange hooded men asking about those ruins. Cleoban Relag. Most of the brigands who come through here asking about the ruins are looking for a few ancient trinkets. But these people knew the name, and they were in a hurry.
Ah, I'm guessing Leaden Key, and that is continuation to the main story, so we probably want to avoid those ruins for now.
They wanted to know where Cleoban Relag was. I tried to keep it from them, but I couldn't hold out forever. I don't know what they were up to, but it can't be good.
It's not. That does sound like the Leaden Key, doesn't it? Well, just... I said that already, Alos. Pick up the pace, mate. Is there something else I can help you with? Can you tell me where to find the ruins? Or do I need to beat it out of you?
The Glanfathan tribe that guards the ruins will kill anyone who trespasses there. And they'll retaliate against us, too, if history is any indication. We've had too many fortune seekers stir up trouble of late. If I'm to tell you, I'll need to know your reason for wanting to go.
Honestly, I think it's quite late for that, priest. If there's already others going there, so yeah. He holds his arms and stares at you with one eye and scowl. So this is where I say, go into the ruins and I'll kill you. And that's when I say, Hiravius, I'm a watcher and you're not match for all of us, and we've got the good reason for this. and then I give up trying to argue with you and leave you to dig your own trespasser's grave. And I'm only being half metaphoric. We sometimes make Durwoodans dig your own grave before we kill you. When the kids hear about it, it's fabulous deterrent. You'll tell me because I'll give you and your assistant another beating if you don't. Well, guess we are not going to beat the guy, although tempted I am, but not today. Trust me, you're better off not knowing.
If you say so. Whatever goes on in the city nowadays is beyond me.
I think great many
You'll
things.
find Cleobon Relag here. Whatever trouble you find there, please end it quietly. And try to stay out of the ruins.
I don't think that will be an option. Tell me about Dyrford. Folk here tend to keep to themselves, as they do in most towns this deep in Dyrwood. They're suspicious of travelers, but with all the brigands and refugees moving through the area, who can blame them? Do we want to ask? Well, let's ask about Berath. Berath is the most universal of all the gods. It oversees portals and cycles of all kinds, even life and death itself. Under Berath, an ending is merely a passage to another beginning. Berath has many representations across time and across cultures. Around the Dyrwood, you'll commonly see it depicted as a pallid knight or the usher. The Glanfatans, however, know it as Brevnen in Ankev, and Ankev in Bevnen in Ankev, Ankev in Bevnen. Okay, pallid knight. She is one of the youngest manifestation of Berath, but familiar one nonetheless. Stories describe her as a gaunt knight in black armor with black eyes, black hair, and milk-pale skin. Oh, that was a different. She demands an impossible toll from travelers who have tarried too long on her lord's road. Some challenge her only to slay themselves in process. It's only a flesh wound. Who is this usher? Kids have written stories, songs, and poems about the usher for centuries. Sometimes he's walk, sometimes dwarf, and sometimes merely a walking skeleton. He never speaks, but guides the way to death and the next life. He also creates the circumstances for the wayward to stumble into their own graves. Nice. And I never heard of Bevnen I Ankev and Ankev I Bevnen. It means life in death and death in life. Well, I should have guessed that, respectively. You see them as two skeletal figures, one male and one female. Explorers have found them carved opposite one another in doorways, but I know of no particular legends that speaks of them. Thanks for the info. Farewell. So now we know where Cleobon Relag is. Where is that? Of course it's there. Is it the same place where we need to take you, Eda? Eda's brought a wooden fort, Red says, and died in battle. Cleobon Relag. He wants to see the battlefield. I have a tempting idea. We just take Eda to check the battlefield, but do nothing else in the area. Again, I don't want to continue the main story until I'll go to White Marsh and whatnot. First things first, oh, those are just daggers. I was just worried what those were. We probably have another level up to come in here, so this episode has been a bit weird. As Grieving Mother indeed is the last one in the main game. Probably gonna keep her a little bit more in my team, maybe. Iravius is nice, but I don't know. I can't really make him work, at least not at the moment. But probably I will try him at later. What is this? Ripple sponge. Okay. I'll eat the sponge later. Rumbald? Damn Calabane for monsters like that, and damn the rest of the cards too. Wait, what? A man paces angrily in front of a wrecked animal pen, his sun-weathered face twisted with ire. He is so wrapped up in his fury that he doesn't seem to notice you. Galavan's slobbering beasts, blazing bloody effigy, tri-stamped salty wench, and her soji. Watch where you going, you raging fool. That's probably not the best way to pray the gods. You should really mind your language. What's wrong? That monster stole my pigs, traipsed into the village, tore down my pen, and made off with the whole damned herd. Just left a few little runs, and what am I supposed to do with them? Calm down and tell me what happened. Let's go with a rational here. He bites his lip and closes his eyes. His nostrils flare with each quick, angry breath. Wife's always telling me to mind my temper. Just breathe deep and count to 10. He sighs. An ogre moved into the area not long ago. Folk had been seeing glimpses and tracks out in the wood. But it seemed to be staying away from town. Also we all thought, until it made off with my pigs. Now everyone's afraid it's going to develop a taste for kith if it hasn't already. Did you see the ogre to take your pigs? What else would have destroyed my pen and made off with my herd? And at the same time, the rest of the village is seeing 10-foot monster in the forest. I knew a few doves like you during the Saints' War. I know it's too late to get my pigs back, but it set my mind at ease to see that thing's head shorn from its neck. In fact, you bring this ugly pig to me, and I'll trade you for something that's of less use to a farmer like me than to a rowdy-looking sir like you yourself. What do you know about the ogre? It's the same as any other, I'm sure. A big, ugly son of a bitch with a nasty temper and appetite to match. Drigil could tell you more. He claims to have seen it in the wood. You can find him in his shop right by the broken tower. Need something else? Nah, well, okay. Why do I feel like it's honestly not the ogre that took the pig? I'm fairly certain it's not the ogre. So mill. Interesting things happens in the mill, so we will go and check that too. Villager. Something hidden in the grains. That is stealing, but that is not. I'm just checking if there's something worth stealing. Nope. Baldur. Well, there was something, but nothing too interesting. Well, Baldur. Good to have it, nonetheless. More villagers. More steel. What is that? House Harrond Guard. I don't suppose you've seen a young elven noblewoman around this point. Huh? That's weird. So this is what? Dracogen Inn. Well, obvious place to go, but we go there later. So somebody's missing. Well, story of the game, everybody's missing something. Some pig is missing, people missing, bloody hell, souls missing. So there's quite a lot of missing in this world. Right.
That's fragrant.
What is this? Elder Antelope Horn. What is fragrant? What do you mean, man? Brigil's Carriere. Okay, let's go and check this out. I can't find it anywhere. I never... We'll talk about this later. Get back to the dice. I'll take care of our customer. You never what? Dice fill the wooden vats. They smell of dung and plant matter. Probably urine. That's stealing, so let's not take it just yet. Trigel.
Hail and well met.
A sturdy, broad-shouldered man wipes his hand on his legs. He reeks of the same foul compound wafting from the vats, and his arms are stained with dye. You looking to purchase some leather? What's in the collapsed tower? It's collapsed. Nothing. A few hides on stretching racks and the tallow tents. Anglers always grumbling about. The rest of the keep's dust, just like the fool lady Tainu who tried to hold it. There's a bard at the inn who will tell you the whole blazing story if you want to hear it. Rumbald mentioned something about Ogre. He's hardly talked about anything else since those pigs of his went missing. The whole town's been worried about the monster. People are starting to see shapes in their windows at night, hearing it growl in the snoring of their mates. It would put a lot of minds at ease if someone got rid of it. I sometimes venture into the wilderness, collecting ingredients for my dyes, mind you. I've seen tracks east of here and near the river that couldn't have been anything else. I wasn't going to ask why you were in the forest, but now I'm kinda curious. Show me what you have for sale. Exceptional dagger, exceptional hide. Girdle of mortal protection. Minus 27% crit damage taken. Troll hide belt. Plus 1 endurance per 3 seconds. Huh. So basically regeneration. I don't know. It's not too expensive. It could work if there's nothing else on the guys. I might as well buy it. Okay. Am I allowed to do this? Stay out my private quarters. That goes for you and Harrod's bootlickers. Tries be damned. Savan, where are you? Please stop. I'm not one to chit-chat, human. Speak to Trigel if you've got some questions. I'm starting to think, what the hell is there?
It's been a pleasant surprise traveling with you, Horavius.
Is it?
Nice of you to say that. I was on the road alone for years, and I'm happy to have company for a change.
My part of the country has a saying about Orlands. Face of skin, let 'em in. Face of hair, best beware. But you're more like a skin-faced Orlan.
Are you fucking kidding me? Well, my tribe has a saying, head of brunette, they're all set. Head of blonde says everything wrong.
Wait, was that bad? I meant it as a compliment.
I think it wasn't. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, let's continue. Again. Anything else? I really want to get inside there. I want to know what's inside there. Who are you? Potions for sale. Potions at A young woman leans against wagon. One arm and one side of her face are covered in bandages, with raw rippled flesh showing underneath. Ugh. A minty tangy scent wafts from the dressing. She smiles painfully. Just ventured into town. I'm about to try on some of my stock. Some of my stocks, but you're welcome to have a look-see. How did you get burned? She turns her face to the ground. By the flame, how bad does it look? Terrible, I know it. I'm surprised you go out in public like that. Well, let's be rational, that is true. Suppose you're right. Good thing I know my poultices. I've been keeping an eye on Drake's nest east of town at Dyrford Crossing. The beast stayed just long enough to lay a clutch and moved on. Thank the Sky Mother, it wasn't a full-grown dragon. She looks at her bandage's arm and grimaces. Fresh eggs are much more useful than the ones that get passed between merchants or left in the nest for weeks or more. And that clutch looked to be at its peak. Thought I'd see about getting an egg, but I didn't realize so many of them had already hatched. or that young worms were so territorial. What's so special about these eggs? They're one of the strongest tonics known to Kith, if you leave out Carogolan, of course. Not saying anyone should take that, but dragon eggs are known to make a Kith bold, purposeful. Some even think they'll protect from Biavax. All I know is everyone's pining after potions made from dragon eggs. But the damn roads can't reach none of my suppliers, so I'm stuck with whatever I can scrounge up in the wood. Dirk River Raid and the like. I'll get you an egg for you. She keeps her gaze steady, but you see hope kindling in her eyes and twitching at the corners of her mouth. Really? I didn't think you'd want to help with something like this, but I won't turn down an offer. If you really mean to go after it, I'd certainly pay you. Just remember, big as they are, dragon eggs are fragile, and there's a lot more I can do with a whole one.
Well met, friend.
Anything else I can do for you? I got some handy ointments if you're braving the roads anytime soon. So, what's wrong with the roads? Brigands, looters, you name it. The guards may be hollowing out our babies, but it's grown folk that's robbing out the rest of us. People are scrambling to Defiance Bay because they hear there's healthy birds there. And all those refugees and abandoned homes attract desperate sorts like flies on a dog shit. Okay, nice. And show me your wares. Sure thing. So what do you sell? Potions. Crafting materials. Enchanting materials. Okay. We don't need those just yet. Indeed, nest egg. So what is this place? I'll leave the Grieving Mother last. Can't speak anyways. You're a nobody. But that's a trap. Nope. Durance, do your thing. Okay. Nothing whatsoever.
Hey, I'm sorry about what I said before. About the skin-faced Orlans.
It's all right. I knew what you were trying to say, and that's why I didn't gut you.
I didn't know I was saying something bad.
I get it. Let's just put it behind us.
Now that we're friends again, is it okay if I pet you?
What? No! Damn it, Adair! Is your family tree just one looping square?
I guess it is, yes. So, anything here? Nah. And Smithy. Hopefully they have something useful. Winfried. Ah, shrooms. Who are you? Ah, okay, nobody.
Hello.
A portly, smiling man stands behind a warped wooden counter, polishing a buckler. He looks up. Haven't seen you here before. Always glad to see a new face in town. Company's good for business and chatter's good for the soul, and that's what I always say. Anyhow, what can I do for you? What's been going on in Dyrford? Oh, we are quite a little town. Not much happens here, especially not since the legacy hit. People realized they couldn't have babies and just stopped trying altogether. And that takes a lot of excitement out of the day-to-day, if you can believe it. I can, okay. Show me what you have for sale. Tall grass. That is interesting because I could use it myself. The Hours of St. Rumbald. Unique great sword to hand it. No. Yeah, I don't really need it. Grudge Keeper rod. No. Iridetsi's Thorn, unique spear. Again, below something, that's problematic. Fine crossbow, fine hunting bow, fine quarterstaff, mosquito. Unique rapier, one hand. By the by, let's compare it to yours. Less damage, okay. Accuracy same, fine. Well, it's accurate, so that means that. 20% of damage restored as endurance. -5 concentration. Does that mean... It would seem that the character wielder would get that -5. Probably not something I want to buy. Angios Cambison. Light armor. +2 damage reduction. +2 athletics. Grants deleterious alacrity of motion. What is rest? +50% attack speed for 30 seconds. 1 per rest. I don't really know. How's the protection compared to yours? Jack of White Waters. I don't know. I really don't know. Maybe not. Fine hide armor. Boots of Zealous Command. Only usable by Paladin. 20% Zealous aura array of effect. So what boots did I have? I don't think I have any Constitution. I might find it's not that expensive, so I'll check it. Only usable by Chanter, 20% chant area of effect. I might as well buy that if we need it. Else, I don't think we need anything else at the moment. It's not so expensive, so I might as well take those. So let's see. How does it change? By the by, so this was Constitution. Do I have something that already gives Constitution? Yes. Yeah. So basically this was useless for me, but honestly it doesn't matter. What do you have? +2 reflex. Would we want to or do you already have some deflection? You have +2 stealth. I don't know. Does it really matter? Well, the question is, who would I want to have these? Well, you have stealth. Do I need stealth for you? $27 points of life. Is it? Well, I don't think it really matters. But you don't... Well... Stealth is kind of intriguing. At the start of the battle, usually you could stay a little bit more hidden. I'll save these for somebody else. What was the movement rate bonus? It's not that much. I'll have to see what I'll do with these. Oh, there's a barrel there. Yeah. So, let's go and meet our
I'll
last
take a look.
crew member. By the by, do we have anything new on the map? No. Except Cleavan Relag. So, Grieving Mother. Hello there. This middle-aged peasant woman is dressed in brown leather cloth draped down to her knees. Her hands are working at separating stringy, colorless vegetables in a pile before her, stripping the heads off their long, fibrous stems with a paring knife. She discards the stems one by one, placing the heads of the vegetables into a small cradle-like basket in front of her. She doesn't greet you as you approach. You're not sure she even knows you're there. Excuse me? The woman doesn't respond. She keeps stripping the heads from the vegetables with steady rhythm. She may be deaf. There's no indication she heard you. Study the woman. At first glance, she seems nothing more than a middle-aged woman, unremarkable, maybe less stern than most, who seems more focused on the weaving in her lap than the surroundings. Yet, you suddenly notice she's not stripping the vegetables before her any longer. She's weaving, and the vegetable pots are now missing. She still pays you no mind, her brown locks torn and snagged from lack of washing, like many of the townsfolk you've seen. There is a strange blur to her. Even the motions of her hands seem to be playing with threads that lack color, in a shape that lacks interest. It may be that she is half-minded or deaf, but something feels wrong. As you watch her knitting takes on an odd cadence, and you have a terrible suspicion that something lurks beneath what your eyes are showing you. So we will focus more. Her brown hair is long, almost impossibly to the length of her hands. As you follow the streams of her locks downwards, the hairs become long and black, splitting off into threads of black and silver and wrapping around her hands. She is forming a soul cradle with the threads, braiding a net in front of you, each finger long and sharp like series of knitting needles, almost hypnotic. The silver and black strands of her hair weave together, with silver predominating as a highlight, the black shadowing it. And suddenly you are calm. You are on a plateau almost the height of a tower, several stories high. The plateau is like a table lying beneath a clear sky, and beneath the plateau, surrounding it in all directions, a forest, hazy with mist, although whether it is actual mist or distance or a recollection. Resting in the curve of a natural arch above you is a great copper bell, half again the size of a man, hanging at attention, as if looking down on you and the event unfolding before you. The plateau has soaked in the sun, and the rock beneath you is rough and warm. The sky forms a cradle around you. You feel different, not disembodied, but you feel your body. Your physical contours have changed along with the surroundings. And you hear the soft series of chimes, like wind chimes. At the sound, the scene gains color and texture, as if the sound is beckoning you gently forth, filling your senses and thoughts, like mist roiling softly in the sealed chamber. And let's focus on the chimes. The chime coaxes you deeper into the memory, and you're certain it is a memory. Warm one. You are on the stone of the plateau, your knees on the warm texture of the ground, silver, white, shimmering like adra. The plateau is formed of it, glistening in the sun. You can feel the heat on your skin, your wrists and your hands. Hands are in motion, weaving, not thread, but gathering, tenderly moving along the first movement of Berat's wheel. Your hands are wet. Your hands are upon the flesh of a newborn child, and you can feel the crowning of a tiny head turning into your grip, its head slick, wet from the womb. The hands you are wearing, inhabiting, have done this many times, and they are practiced and confident. You can feel distant pains in your own head as the head emerges, a stream of fluid from the womb helping the newborn slide forth, and a woman's labored breathing crying out. Focus on the child and the movement of your hands. As your hands move, you hear the sound of chimes, clear, cutting through the haze of memory. You cannot see where they are coming from, but they are close, and they are meant as a comfort. Of that you are certain. Draw the child forth, and coax by your hands, every movement causing the chimes to sound again, almost eagerly. The child comes forward, and as it does, your hands are in motion, weaving, moving along the length of a soft wet robe. No, an umbilical cord from the legs of the naked woman before you. You are holding a small child, still wet from the womb, before you. The child cries out, It cries full of life, full of soul, the ringing of chimes echoing in its thoughts, filling it with its welcome. The soul is blurred at the edges as if you are weaving a soul from within a soul. But it is there, it is alive. The woman before you is weeping, and at the first cry, her hands reach out for it. Surrender the child. You surrender the child to her, something you have done many times before. And as your hands move, the chimes echo the movement, and you realize the chimes are hanging from cords on your wrists. And where once they echoed in the memory, they are now echoing in the child's mind as well. The chimes are intended to welcome the child, to be its first gentle greeting into the world, a soothing sound guided by the tender motions of your wrists. You are helping to weave its thoughts, its perception, and the experience. The woman laughs with ragged joy, laughing from a parched throat. Her emotion seems soothed, but the physical demands of labor have left her exhausted. But the child is here, the child is safe, and all atop the plateau is peaceful, calm, distant, flattening out as the memory persists. Slowly pull back, retreat from the memory. With effort, the scene bleeds of color and your mind becomes your own again. There is no pool, no anchor, yet the sound of the chimes remains, as they existed in the memory. They sound here as well, and they are hanging from the woven braids on the wrists of the woman before you. Even as your head is spinning from the touch of her mind, the sound of the chimes on her wrist is sharp and clear, as if coaxing you back to the real world. The woman still sits before you, but she is nothing like what you first saw. She is wearing black, shredded garments that drape over her form like a streamers. Her hair is streaks of black and run through with silver. Her age is almost impossible to tell. She simply feels old, like a crumbled watchtower. As she lifts her head to face you, and you see that her hair is draped across the front of her face like a veil. What you first saw of her was a mental glamour of some sort, unconscious, and you realize what you see is not what the world sees, and you are perhaps the first to see her true self. Still, you don't sense dread in her, the realization. If anything, you feel a sense of relief from the figure. You can hear her thoughts, and she is glad to at least last be seen. What was that?
I am seen, but the eyes of others do not remember. You were the first to see me as I am, the call stripped aside.
There is a light touch on your mind, a caress, and her left hand mirrors the motion of the touch, reaching up to the air between you. You hear the chime on her wrist sound, softly. Her hand moves as if pantomiming, resting on your cheek at distance. And she speaks softly and slowly.
Your memories. A cadence of wheels on a caravan track. Fever. Questions by running water. Violence in a night's campfire. Arrows in the dark. And fleeing. Falling rock and cracking stone. And a storm. The storm.
Indeed, the storm.
The storm that brushed you. Did its screaming wake you from your mind's cradle? Your memory of it is painful. Its cry is difficult to ignore. It's like a child. Many children crying out.
Be cautious what you read in my mind without my leave. I encountered Biavak, yes, and it did something to me. Yes, I encountered Biavak, yes, and it did something to me. Her hand withdraws shyly, the chime sounding softly once again. The woman stands, uncertainly, as if she has been sitting for some time, or is too weak to bear her own weight. You notice her cheekbones are dyed, her face gaunt. Yet while her stance is weak, she seems determined to stand before you.
You are able to see me.
It is almost a question. You suddenly realize she doesn't seem to know what you saw when you looked at her. The image on the plateau. Yet the image was so clear, so sharp, you are surprised she didn't feel you there.
To see me is a rare gift. A watcher's gift.
Was I helping woman give birth? I was in your head and hers?
So many questions, thoughts whirling like storm winds. That storm still roars through you, deep beneath your thoughts, yet muted and secret, like an underground river. I cannot tell if it is carving new channels or eroding what keeps your true strength buried. The fact that you could hear it at all, survive it, is something few have ever done. Your power will grow stronger with each soul you touch, as it allowed you to reach out to mine.
There is a silence, and although it seems to last for but a heartbeat in your thoughts, it stretches out between the two of you like a pool between your minds. You blink, take a breath, and then you realize she wants to ask you a question, yet can't form the words, as if assembling them is painful, or there simply are not enough pieces. Assemble the thought. Do you wish to travel with me? You feel a wave of fear, gusted with the strength of the relief, although oddly her expression does not change. Then fear dissipates, and you feel strength and certainty, as if the plateau from her memory lies beneath you, and calm sky looks down upon you. Okay, here I was. I'm sorry.
May Wal watch your step.
I'll take her. Whoa, didn't realize we have so much to read. Interesting though, she's a very interesting character. That definitely reminds me of Torment quite a lot, for some reason. Focus, and indeed she is a cipher. Meadowfolk, the word midwife. No talents, obviously, because we are gonna level her up. So I'm starting to level her up, and once I've done first, well, basically what I usually do when I level up, I'll show you what I level up, and then we continue. Again, like I said, I probably use. I'll have to see. Maybe Saber could be one of the weapons I could give her. Maybe not, but we will see that. Anyways, I'll be right back. Okay. First level upgrades, Stealth 1, Lore 1, Survival 1, Athletics 2, and then I got class unlock Antipathetic Field. Creates a toxic physical manifestation of mutual antipathy between the cipher and the enemy target. Enemies caught in the path between the two will suffer corrosive damage. So beam damage and whatnot. Talents, I decided to go Weapon Focus Ruffian, so that will give us Saber, Stiletto Club, Pistol, and Blunderbuss. So I'm thinking main, secondary Saber, and the other one Pistol, because nobody's using Pistol and nobody's using Sabers at the moment. I don't know if I kind of want to have Weapon and Shield, maybe, for her, if I put her in the front lines, but we will see. So, I'm gonna go and level up more, so be right back. Next, I bought, I don't know, a mental binding overwhelms the target mental ability to communicate with its own body, paralyzing it and causing its soul to emit shockwave that can leave nearby enemies stuck. So maybe requires 20 focus. Yeah, in ciphers use something called focus to do these things. Psycho Vampiric Shield. The cipher uses target strength of mind against it, stealing a portion of its resolve in order to better deflect incoming attacks. I don't know. I hope they work. So, next level. Okay, level 4. 1 point in athletics, 1 point in survival. Then I took Amplified Trust. Bounces psychic energy harmlessly off the target and onto the closest nearby enemy, causing pierce damage and violently pushing them backwards. Especially that pushing part seems something that could be useful, even if the enemy has the pierce resistance. That could give room to breathe. For talent, Biting Whip, the Cypher's Soul Whip bites deeper, granting bonus to damage. I don't know if that's good. I don't really know about the Soul Whip either, so, but more damage, probably good, maybe. Anyways, next level. Okay, that is level 5. Stealth +1, Lore +1, and and decided to take a Puppet Master, destroys a target's psychic defenses, leaving them dominated by the cipher for the duration. 21.6 seconds. Because, yeah, it's probably a good idea to be able to dominate people. Ecto Psychic Echo generates a rebounding wave of psychic feedback between the cipher and ally that causes crush damage to enemies caught in between. I don't know how I have to remember it's caught between, but what is tempting is it is crush damage, because undeads and whatnot usually tend to hate that. So I'll go with that. Anyways, more levels. Be right back. So level 6, 1 point in the athletics. Again, I have problem what skills to buy, but I'll do something. Then I decided to take Secret Horrors, causes enemies in the area of effect to believe their worst fears have been realized, frightening and sickening them for a duration. So it should, what does it do? Second character has all attributes reduced by 1, fortitude and will are reduced by 10. And of course, fright and resolve dexterity are reduced by 2 and accuracy is reduced by 10. So yeah, not bad. And Draining Whip enhances the draining powers of the Cypher's Soul Whip, regenerating focus more quickly. 33% if I remember correctly. And yeah, because focus is what you use, so maybe you should have it more. So, to the next level. So, level 7 done. Stealth 1, Lore 1. Silent Scream produces a psychic howl into the targeted area, stunning the target as well as dealing raw damage to all enemies within. Stands a high chance of causing interrupt. Yeah, raw damage is probably that nothing really protects against it. I don't know. Yeah, slash, pierce, crush, burn, shock, corrode, freeze, and raw. Anyways, so target takes 36 to 52, 10 seconds, and AO is 29 to 41, and stunned. So, seems okay at least. And then we have Going Between. An ally superficially takes on the form of a spirit. Their movement is increased, and many incoming crits, hits, and grazes are converted to less severe results. So, 25 incoming crits converted to hits, 25% incoming hits converted to grazes, and 25% incoming grazes converted to misses. So it gives a nice protection overall. And let's continue. Okay, this was quite interesting. Lore +1. And then Pain Block. Provides an ally with mental block on his or her pain, granting bonus to the damage reduction and regenerating endurance over time. So +10 to damage reduction for 27 seconds, 103 endurance for 27 seconds. Now the talents were quite problematic for me. Like I say, I probably use pistol mostly maybe, but I decided to take a weapon and shield style. Just if she needs to use saber, she maybe has some more protection. I was tempted to go 2-weapon style, but I don't think she will survive that. I probably might have given her a hunting bow, but I'll go with the pistols. Pistol would be another weapon. Anyhow, next level, yes. So we'll deal with this, and I'll be right back. Okay, level 9, lore 1 point, and then I took Detonate. I don't know if this is anything. Splinters the target's soul with sheer force, inflicting raw damage to them. Targets with low endurance explode, causing crush damage to all in the area of effect. No idea. We'll see. And then a Ringleader imprints an insidious and powerful compulsion to obey the cipher across all enemies in the area of effect, dominating the target and charming all others. So, more control. Why not? Is this the last level? I think it is. Okay, so you are wearing light armor. Tempting. So let's see what we have. We have saber for you. We have 2 different pistols. Set Garam Spark. 37 pierce damage. +10 accuracy granted to an ally attacking the same target. 25 shock damage. 6 damage reduction bypass. Maybe. What about this? Forgiveness. Wait. I'll have to put one on the hand so I can easily check these. Yeah, I don't think we can achieve too much today anymore, unfortunately. Let's try this again. 37, 37, 26, 35. This will do more damage. Plus 20% attack speed. This gives shock damage. That's actually... This would be maybe a little bit faster. But is 20% really something I care that much? I'll start with the St. Garam Spark because it does shock damage. So that's always nice. Shocking, I know. So... And the shield. I'm thinking shield. But we probably go and check that from the shop. This is... I don't know. What kind of a medium would be okay, I would say. Maybe. That's heavy. I don't have... The problem is we could take the armor from the Hiravius. What's the situation with this? Recovery speed 20. This is quite fast, but I don't... That won't give us enough protection, so... Bloody hell. Just my luck. Wait. Honestly, you can for now keep that what you have. Until I get something better. But what can we give you? Arcane Dampener. Beneficial effects suspended. Okay, that could work. It gives us intellect. Celebrant Gloves. 10% chance to cast Holy Meditation when hit or critically hit. 10% ability area of effect could be nice. Well, let's go with that. That glove. And now, final rights grants Holy Radiance, healing done. Defense against spells. Well, we go with the defense against spells because we don't have anything else for now. Well, this isn't easy. We probably have to, if I'm not gonna use Hiravius, we probably have to take stuff from him. Okay, before we do anything else, let's go and check this. Come on. So did this guy have anything interesting?
Hail, traveler.
What was this? This was a spear. Okay. Hunting bow mosquito was a rapier. We didn't need that. Find small shield. Find small shield would be something probably we could use. Do we now have bit better? We could probably buy that. And a fine small shield. Yeah, let's go with those. Not great, but at least something, you know? And indeed, the small shield accuracy 67, 79. Well, it drops a little bit. But defenses goes nicely. Very nice, actually. But we might want to use pistol. Wait, we have these. Oh, that's for chanter. You're not a chanter. Constitution. Well, you can have these. Then we have this. It's not much, but it's something. And this. Yes. Wait. And these were Ranger. What have you on your neck? Arrow stealth? Well, keep it. Well, to be honest, do you really need this? Although the perception, I think. Why don't you open the... Okay. No. Well, that's accuracy. Does it work? Yeah, it does. I'm just checking that there's no... Interesting. Does this... So this is useless because this is going... Yeah, 95. With this, it would be 93. So you don't need actually that. You need this. So maybe you could have this. Yes. Anything else? Do you have something? Eternal funding? All right, totally forgot that one. Ring of Wizardry. Overseeing. Deflection. Combusting wounds. I'm just checking you don't have any deflection here. No. Might. Spirit Bane, what is it? Again. Oh, right, yes. I'm gonna want to keep that of deflection. Anyways, I think that is for now okay. You keep pistol and whatnot. So, unfortunately, this episode has been quite weird. Well, we will, before we end, we obviously go to the inn. Obviously. Yeah. Okay. Might as well sneak for a while so we can see if there's something hidden. Come on. Now. Villager. Lord Harrond? House Harrond God? Okay, there's
I just want to find her. Surely even you can understand that.
We're decent folk, my lord. Perhaps you should leave and check the wilds.
So, apparently, he definitely has something for us, because he's looking for something. Someone, I mean. Hayes, do you know anything? What are you doing in the kitchen? Dengler will get you sorted out with food and drink. Okay, good for that. I thought we could talk, you know. Heavy sweet perfumes emanate from the barrels. The stave joints are stained dark brown and dull purple. Okay. Let's check the upstairs before we... The Sid also. We have 3 named characters to talk downstairs. What do we have upstairs then? Oh, the Orlan hovers by the window, peering out of it every few seconds. As you enter the room, she watches you carefully, her hand hovering over her stiletto. She cranes her head to peer behind you. Anyone follow you? Who sent you? What are you talking about? The man leaning against the wall glances out the door and nods to the Orlan. The hand over her weapon relaxes, but she's still watching you closely. Some old friends from Defiance Bay are looking for me. We're not exactly friends anymore, if you catch my drift. I kinda catch your drift, yes. I'm just trying to lie low and mind my own business. Know what I mean? Boss. All right, she raises her head Aumawa before turning back to you. My friend here thinks you could maybe help us out. Now I'm sure you're a busy man, so I'll make it worth your time. Just go take a look around town, come back and let me know if the coast is clear or if you see any suspicious figures. You're pretty suspicious. What is this about? She scratches her back of her neck. I may have gotten myself into trouble with some powerful people in Defiance Bay. Powerful criminal people. I suppose it was bound to happen eventually. I'm thief by trade, and it's hard to do my kind of business in city without crossing them eventually. Now, I'm just trying to put some distance between us. I probably shouldn't be telling you this, but you don't seem like a type to run your mouth off. Well, it depends who pays. You are paying for now, so maybe. Very well. So she's probably angered Dominals, and because Dominals trying to kill me, I kind of want to just return the favor.
I can do that.
Yes, I bet you do.
That's settled.
More?
That's settled.
I'll probably leave these quests for the next time because... Wait. Oh, right over there. Sometimes it's annoying because it informs that discovered something, but then you're looking. There's nothing here, there's nothing here, there's nothing here. Yeah, it's over there, bloody hell. Why did the door close? I didn't click it twice. Guildmaster staff. Okay. I'll have to check if it's any better than what Durance have. Probably not. Yeah, I don't want to steal at the moment. I'm guessing the suspicious people are next to the temple. Sid.
Hail, traveler.
A redhead stands by the fire, tuning her lute and plucking its strings. She hums snatches of a melody as she goes. First time at the Dracogen. Normally I'd have a song ready, but I haven't quite worked out this tune yet. I'm writing some chants about the founding of this inn. Say you're interested in the story. I haven't finished the chants, but I could tell you about it all the same. Sure, let's have it. It was built in the time of Hadred's rebellion, and Aedoran Lady Tainu once had a keep here. One of the towers still stands. The rest is said to be buried under the village. Anyway, she stuck to the side of the Empire, and contingent of Duke Hadred's Knights of the Crucible helped farmers and colonists in the area turn her keep to rubble. This inn was the first building that sprang up from the ruin, built with some of the same bricks the colonists had pulled from the Lady Tanyu's castle, they say. Supposedly, the quarterstaff of her chief wizard even got lost in the construction, mortared in the wall or nailed under the floorboard. Well, I think we found it just yet. Anyway, the inn was supposed to be a haven and meeting place while the locals built their town. What do you mean supposed to be? Durvodans are an ornery lot, and the more these new neighbors met, the more they argued. They realized they didn't agree on much beside ousting the old lord. The biggest divide was over the Clanfartans and their nearby ruins. Hadred's Knights and their supporters wanted to keep the peace, but a group of misfits with more anarchic leanings that had formed in town wanted to go after the tribes the same way they'd gone after their lord. Soon the villagers were fighting with each other as much as with the Aedirans. In the end, memories of the Broken Stone War and the War of the Black Trees were fresh enough that the Duke's soldiers won the day. Most of the other villagers came around eventually, but some of their core troublemakers left to join the front lines of the War of Defiance, and others, I've heard, found their way into the Guided Compass, the most forward-looking of the Clanfartan tribes. I don't know if I believe that part myself, but it makes a good story. There's a portrait of one of the chief rabble-rousers and his rival in the peacekeeping faction. Someone's idea of a joke. I don't think they were particularly amused. I'll check these through. I want to hear about Broken Stone War. That was the first major conflict between the original Edoran settlers and the Clanfartans. Happened 3 years into colonization when some farmers knocked over an Adra menhir that was part of Engvitan ruin. The war didn't last long, but it spread quickly and claimed thousands. In the early weeks, most of the colonists didn't even realize there was a war going on until the Clanfartan raiders hit their villages. There'd been small spontaneous skirmishes between the colonists and the locals before then, but this was organized, and it was the start of the decades of violence between the colonists and the Clanfartans. And as you can see, Dyrford's full of history, even little villages like this, and the War of the Black Trees. It started back in the colonial days, almost 30 years after the Broken Stone War. Even though isolated conflicts still broke out between the settlers and the Clanfartans, both sides had officially agreed to peace. Edrang Hadred, Admet's father, was Gref at the time as part of peace negotiations. He'd signed treaties prohibiting Edrang colonies from looting Engvitan ruins. However, he'd been unable to outlaw the use of captured Clanfartans as slaves. Well, let's ask a Gref. Gref is a governor of colony and subservient to Edrang Emperor. The early leaders of Edar colony in the Dyrwood, including Edrang and Admet Hadred, were Grefs. At the start of the War of Defiance, Admet Hadred declared himself Duke of an independent Dyrwood rather than Gref of the Emperor's colony. It was the same term used for the leaders of the newly independent Valiant republics. Anyway, we haven't had a Gref since. I see. Indeed, the taking of Clanfartan slaves had continued to be a source of conflict. It came to a head when Imperial agents aided by the certain earls in the Dyrwood began looting the ruins again. See, the Emperor had never actually agreed to Hadred's treaties on the matter, and the recent secession of the Valiant republics likely left them eager to weaken Hadred's position. The looting sparked a brutal slave uprising and guerrilla campaign among the Clanfartans. Edrang Hadred was too old to lead forces into battle, and so he sent his son, Admet. Admet made costly but effective decision that ended the war faster than anyone could have imagined. He burned the first near the Ian River to keep the Clanfartan war bands from retreating. Thousands of Clanfartans died, and Admet repeated his scorched earth tactics in the following months. He wore down the remainder of their forces. To this day, over 150 years later, there are still sections of Dyrwood where the trees are nothing but bare, charred trunks. Thank you. Lord Harrond. The man wears Adar-style robes, simple but elegant. His fine leather shoes look like they were made for batting around indoors, yet they caked with mud. He yanks at the lock of her hair twined around his silk-gloved finger. His fine features are etched with anxiety.
My child is out there. Do they not understand?
I don't think they care, you know.
My lord, we're doing everything we can. Unfortunately, these villagers...
Beasts take them all. I don't care how you do it, but find her.
I heard you arguing with the innkeeper.
A petty, small-minded man. Just like the rest of them around here. I've been paying him an honest fee for board and bed, and yet he can't be bothered to stir himself to concern for my Alice.
Your child is missing, I take it.
Yes, Lady Alice. My daughter.
Maybe she's in the tower.
I've asked around, but nobody in this mud hole has any concerns beyond their swine. They turn my men away like beggars and seem downright pleased to be of no use. But you're not one of my soldiers. And you look like you're used to getting your hands dirty, if you don't mind my saying so.
No, I don't mind at all. I get things done. one way or the other. My lord, a mercenary! If you find her, tell her I won't be upset with her. She can come back and all will be well. I just want to make sure my Aelis, my child, is safe. Nothing in the world is more important to me. Few questions about your daughter?
Elise. Of course.
Of course. Describe Lady Alice. She's a striking young woman, bears more resemblance to her mother than to me. Well, that really doesn't help. She has auburn hair and delicate, well-bred features. She must be, 28 or 29 now. Right. Tell me about her disappearance. We'd stopped in Dyrford for a few days on our 4th evening here. I was making plans to continue our journey. Lady Alice was feeling unwell and went to bed. When I retired a couple hours later, I found that she had vanished. None of my men had seen her go, and no one at the inn knew where she was. Since then, my people have been combing the village, but we've yet to find a clue, and the locals have been no help. Why did you and Alice come to Dyrford? It was merely a stop along the way to Eina's Rest. However, she took ill shortly before our arrival, so it seemed prudent to allow her a few days to recover. What's in Eina's Rest? Lady Alice has reached an age where it is prudent for her to marry. Given this legacy business, I can't let her fertile years slip by, nor do I want her womb to fester in the presence of so many hollow bones. Okay, I should have guessed. Now I understand why she was ill and missing. Where's the rest of your family? Sure, they wouldn't want to miss your daughter's betrothal. It seems there would be some potential suitors in New Helma or New Yama. I'll go with the rest of the family. Lady Harrand is ill-suited for travel, I'm afraid, and unfortunately Alice has few other close relatives. My sister and her husband. Alice's aunt and uncle, of course, have been visiting Adia these past months. And as for siblings, Alice has none. My wife has only given birth to hollowborn, since Alice, that is. It seems there would be more potential suitors in New Yama or New Yama. You think I haven't considered that? Arranging a suitable match is difficult. The best prospect for my child lay in Eina's Rest. I see. But going back to your daughter... let's go back to previous questions. Goodbye. And let's check.
Good day, stranger.
What was your exchange with nobleman about? He looks up from polishing his tankard and the glovers at the lord. Folk around here is decent. They mind their own business. You want to stick your nose in it? Go talk to him yourself. Well, tell me Lord Harren's daughter. His lordship says she's up and went missing the other day. I don't know him any more than that. However, these lording bastards handle their affairs, ain't no business of mine. Let's go with the coin pouch displaying it. Put the coppers away. My pay come from the honest day's work, enough for me and should be enough for anyone. But you're just like that lord, rattling your purse like a fit to buy the leave of gods and kith. What did you mean about Lord Harren and buying the leave of gods and kith? Look, I don't want no trouble from you or him or anybody else. I'm just waiting for him to tire of my ale and leave so things can get back to normal around here. I'm not gonna go with passion. Never mind, I want to talk something else. Any questions about Dyrford? Tell me about your village. Walk from one bridge to the next and you'll see it. We're quite hard-working folk. We keep ourselves and don't take being pushed around. He clears the well-dressed man standing off to the side. Used to be a castle here, built by some family of Eador and Thanes back when the Empire first came. Only one tower still standing, and that's part of Tregel's shop now. Sit that part by the fire, could spin you the yarn if you so inclined. Yeah, I already know. Who lives in Dyrford? Not many anymore. Hard to keep people around when everyone's here birthing Hollowborn. But we got a few who stick around and do business. Tregel's the letter carrier, Hendina Frost potion, and Winfried trades with general goods. Rumble's a big farmer, or was anyway. Tregel? He's a courier, treats leather and makes armor and few other goods with it. Problem is, the smell of tallow and deer shit tends to put people off their food, and his shop is right next door. Hedina's story? Hendina's. Lady's a clever hand with potions and poultices, got herself into trouble with a nest of worms, so also I hear. Her cards on the east end of town. And Winfried. Been around even longer than I have. Nice enough fellow, but never could find his way to end of a sentence. His shop is across the square. And Rumbled Pig. Damn ogre carried them away. Now he squeals more than his herd ever did. It's rotten luck. Ogre? You don't hardly see him this close to town. Ogres and kid don't mix well. Ugly bastard, but they're smart enough to know that much. You want to know more? Talk to Rumble. His farm southwest of here. You said you don't see many travelers? Of course not. Why would they come here? We got bandits on the road and ogre in the forest, as the yapping fool Rumble tell you. Worse yet, hasn't been a healthy child born in over a year. Okay, let's see. Rooms. Might, constitution. Unfortunately, we don't get dragon meat dish. That's one expensive dish. Unfortunately, we don't get any mechanics. Okay, I think that is for today. Lots and lots of reading at the end, but good thing is, next episode we don't have to read as much. I'll go outside because can I see the map here? I can only see the world map. But basically, I'm starting to think the Lord's daughter is hidden inside the tower, because I'm guessing she doesn't really care about that marriage, you know. I'll have to decide what I'm gonna do with that. Then, of course, the suspicious people the upstairs visitor was worried about is probably near the temple. And they are probably connected to Dominels, and I hate Dominels, so I might as well kill them. So, next episode. So, we try to find Alice. Perhaps Grieving Mother herself can explain what's so. So apparently we need to talk to her at somewhat. We need to. We try to find the east of Dyrford Village. We'll probably do that. I don't know if we. Let's see if we need to kill the ogre or not. Return to court. We are not doing that. Siege, no. Twin Elms, we are not there. Bear Lake on the opposite side. That's probably the area where the ogre is too. Okay. Duran's waiting. You need to go Kliaban Relag. We know where it is, so we, although the main story is there, we could pop by and find you your brother's remains. Cat and mouse. Yeah, we do that. Nest egg. East of village. So it's probably the same area, so we try to do that. So these are things we are gonna do next episode. As much as we can. Hopefully we can. Again, I'll probably try to avoid the main story in Kliaban Relag, but yeah, do the Eder quest and the things we can do around here. And after that, we probably finally go to White March. But last episode was, well, 3 hours just going through the dungeons and fighting. This was more talking, little quests here and there. So yeah, it do be like that. So I apologize if this was a little bit slower episode, but anyways, I still, especially with the level ups and whatnot too, and group management. Fortunately, we are done for now. There's only 3 more there, and they are in the White March, but that's for later. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I will see you next time. Until then, goodbye.